Hello friends, welcome back to our channel B2C Beginner to Champion for Competitive Exams. In this video, we will discuss the current affairs of November 2nd week part 2. First news is related to international current affair. Second World Health Expo kicks off in Wuhan. The Second World Health Expo was inaugurated on November 11th in Wuhan, the capital city of central China's Hubei province. This year, the expo will focus on building a city of global health industry at Wuhan. China, the capital is Beijing and Chinese currency is renminbi and Chinese president is Xi Jinping. Next is a news related to United States of America. Indian American Kash Patel has been named as a Chief of Staff to acting US Defense Secretary Chris Miller. The new appointment comes a day after Donald Trump fired Defense Secretary Mark Esper and designated Chris Miller as acting secretary. Next news is related to Myanmar. Myanmar's ruling National League of Democracy, led by Prime Minister Aung San Suu Kyi, wins majority in election. The NLD party has got secured enough seats in the parliament to form the next government. It comes a day after a party led by Aung San Suu Kyi claimed victory based on results which gave them 322 seats out of 346 to form the next government. Myanmar capital is Nay Pyi Taw, Myanmar president is Win Myint and Myanmar currency is Burmese Kyat. From international news, we move on to national news. First news is Finance Minister of India, Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman has announced Atmanirbhar Package 3. According to the package, the government has announced production-linked incentives or PLI scheme for manufacturing sector. The second news in the national section is 50% subsidy for air transportation under Operation Green. Ministry of Food Processing Industries MOFPI is providing 50% transportation subsidy for air transportation of 41 notified fruits and vegetables from northeastern and Himalayan states to any place of India. This will be made available under Operation Green scheme top to total. Next news is Center. The Union Government brings online news and other OTT platforms under IB Ministry to bring video streaming over the top platforms such as online films, audio-visual programs and online news and current affair content under the ambit of Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. The Union Ministry has amendment Government of India Allocation of Business Rules 1961 and it will be called 357th Amendment Rules 2020. Previously, these OTT platforms and online media were under the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. Point to be noted is Union Minister for Information and Broadcasting is Prakash Javadekar and Union Minister for Electronics and Information Technology is Ravi Shankar Prasad. Next is a news related to IPPB, which is India Post Payments Bank, which has successfully launched the initiative of doorstep service of submission of digital life certificate through Postman. The facility to submit life certificate online through Jeevan Praman portal was launched by Prime Minister Narendra Modi in November 2014. From there we move on to state news and the first state news is Odisha CM Naveen Patnaik has launched Sacha Samwadhan, a bilingual mobile application. The app will be used by farmers to address irrigation problems in their locality. The farmers can send their grievances to Water Resource Department directly. Chief Minister of Odisha is Naveen Patnaik and capital of Odisha is Bhubaneswar. Governor of Odisha is Ganeshi Lal. Next news is related to Madhya Pradesh, which launches a roadmap to Atmanirbhar Madhya Pradesh. Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, Shivraj Singh Chauhan, has launched a roadmap to Atmanirbhar Madhya Pradesh 2023 through a virtual event. Under the roadmap, a special focus will be on health and education in the state. The Governor of Madhya Pradesh is Anandi Ben Patel. Haryana CM launches Project Air Care in Guaragon. Haryana Chief Minister Manohar Lal Khattar has unveiled Project Air Care to combat rising air pollution in Guaragon. 65 big augmentation air purifying units (VAYU) would be set up in areas with high air quality indices in Guaragon. The capital of Haryana is Chandigarh and governor is Satyadev Narayan Arya. Karnataka's Mysuru gets India's first sandalwood museum, and it will be established in Aranya Bhavan in Ashokapuram, Mysore, Karnataka. Chief Minister of Karnataka is B.S. Yediyurappa and Governor is Vajubhai Vala. Next news is from the defense section, and the first news is Indian Navy launches 5th Scorpene submarine Vagir. Indian Navy has launched 5th Scorpene submarine Vagir at Mazgaon Dock of South Mumbai. The submarine is capable of taking missions such as anti-submarine warfare, anti-surface warfare, mine-laying, intelligence gathering, and area surveillance. Vagir is part of 6th Kalvari class submarine that is being built in India, and it is designed by French Navy and an energy company called DCNS. 6 submarines were built under the Project 75 of Indian Navy. Point to be noted here is 24th Chief of Naval Staff is Admiral Karambir Singh, and he has taken his office from 31st of May 2019. Next news is related to development of a missile called QRSAM by Defense Research and Development Organization. The QRSAM, Quick Reaction Surface to Air Missile, has achieved a major milestone by hitting direct at Banshee pilotless target aircraft at medium range and medium altitude. DRDO chairman is G. Satish Reddy. From there we move on to books and authors. First one and the only one here is Maharashtra Governor releases a book called Manji Bind. The Governor of Maharashtra, Bhagat Singh Koshyari, has released a book called Manji Bind, which means My Wall in English, was authored by former Maharashtra Education Minister Rajendra Darda at Raj Bhavan in Mumbai. Next news is related to banking and finance. IFSCA, International Financial Services Center Authority, has approved International Financial Service Center Authority Banking Regulations 2020. The new regulation includes IFSC banking units requirements and permitting persons to residents who have residence outside India and having net worth not less than 1 million to open foreign currency accounts in any freely convertible currency at IBUs. Next news is related to rating agency predicting India's GDP for 2020 at minus 8.9%. The rating agency has projected India's GDP at minus 8.9%, and it is Moody that predicted the rating. Earlier, this was projected at minus 9.6. Apart from this, India's GDP growth for the calendar year 2021 is projected at 8.6% by Moody's, from 8.1% predicted earlier. Headquarters of Moody's rating agency is New York, United States, and CEO is Raymond W. McDaniel Jr. Next news is related to awards. M. Venkaiah Naidu, the Vice President, has presented 2nd National Water Awards. Among the states category, Tamil Nadu bagged the Best State Award, followed by Maharashtra and Rajasthan. Award ceremony was organized by Ministry of Jal Shakti, Department of Water Resources, River Development and Ganga Rejuvenation, and it was held from 11th and 12th November 2020 in the virtual platform. Minister of Jal Shakti is Gajendra Singh Shekhawat. Next, we move on to summits and conferences. IREDA, Indian Renewable Energy Development Agency, has organized 33rd Annual General Meeting in New Delhi. The meeting discussed the policy initiatives of government such as solar and wind hybrid technologies, biofuels such as ethanol and compressed biogas, e-mobility and associated infrastructure, offshore wind energy, solar rooftop program, etc. The next news is related to BRICS Summit. 8th BRICS Science and Technology Innovation Ministerial Meeting unanimously has adopted BRICS STI Declaration 2020. The science and technology cooperation among the member states countries, Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa was discussed in the meeting. India was represented by Union Minister for Science and Technology, Health and Family Welfare, Dr. Harshavardhan. Next is related to East Asian Summit. External Affairs Minister S. Subramaniam Jaishankar has represented India in 15th East Asia Summit 2020. The virtual program was chaired by Vietnamese Prime Minister Nguyen Xuan Phuc. This regional grouping of 18 countries, that is 10 ASEAN countries and Australia, China, India, Japan, Republic of Korea, New Zealand, Russia and United States. Next, we move on to sports section, and the only news here is China's Cheng Men claims ITTF Women's World Cup title. The world number one Cheng Men beats Chinese compatriot Sun Yingxia to win the maiden International Table Tennis Federation Women's World Cup table tennis title held in Weihai, China. The 2020 ITTF World Cup was the 24th edition of ITTF sanctioned event. The president of ITTF is Thomas Wickert and headquarters of ITTF is Lucerne, Switzerland. It was founded in 1926. From there we move on to art and culture. The Minority Affairs Ministry has launched Hunar Haat in Delhi. The Minority Affairs Minister Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi and the Minister of Youth Affairs and Sports Kiran Rijiju has inaugurated Hunar Haat at Delhi Haat Pitampura in New Delhi. The Hunar Haat is an exhibition of handicrafts and traditional products made by artisans mainly from minority community. Next is important days. World Pneumonia Day was observed on 12th November. This day is celebrated to raise awareness and promote prevention and treatment and produce action to combat pneumonia. The day was first celebrated in 2009. Next is an important day related to India. National Ayurveda Day 2020 now was observed on November 30th. This day is being observed every year from 2016 on the day of Dhanvantari Jayanti. The potential role of Ayurveda in management of COVID-19 pandemic will be the focus of this year's Ayurveda Day observation. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has also launched Institute of Teaching and Research in Ayurveda ITRA at Jamnagar in Gujarat and the National Institute of Ayurveda NIA at Jaipur, Rajasthan on November 13th. Next is an important day observed on 14th November, World Diabetes Day. The World Diabetes Day was observed on 14th November and it aims to promote global awareness and how people can live the way they want while managing diabetes in an efficient way. Diabetes Federation was started in 1991 and it was recognized by United Nations in 2006. The theme for 2020 World Diabetes Day is The Nurse and Diabetes. Next, we move on to obituaries. Bahrain's long-serving PM, Khalifa bin Salman Al Khalifa, passes away. He was not only the longest-serving PM of Bahrain, but he was also the world's longest-serving Prime Minister. He had held the post since independence in 1971. King of Bahrain is Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. Capital of Bahrain is Manama and currency of Bahrain is Bahraini dinar. Next is a news related to Scooby-Doo co-creator Ken Spears. The Scooby-Doo co-creator Ken Spears passed away in Los Angeles. The television editor, writer, producer Ken Spears was 82 years old when he passed away in Los Angeles. He co-created the beloved animated series Scooby-Doo. Friends, with this we come to the conclusion of this video and this session. Stay tuned for our next session. We'll update you shortly. Thank you.
If you enjoyed this video, please do like and share. Subscribe to this channel to receive expert tips and guidance for clearing various placement exams and press the bell icon to receive instant notifications.